Well, I don't know.
How's that?
That's good.
All right.
What is CryptoKitties? All right, well, it's a decentralized app, only semi-decentralized, built partially on the Ethereum blockchain. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but I guess it's an interesting project. It's collectible digital kittens. What? Here we go. Yeah, I was on the website checking it out. So here's the page. You can see these collectible kitties. You can sell them, you can breed them, and you can buy them. And you use Ether in order to do so. And you install a browser plugin like MetaMask, and then you can interact with this site. You can buy kitties, do your thing, etc. So I don't know if you guys had heard about this before, but within the cryptocurrency community, it's become pretty popular. It was, everyone was talking about it for a while. The New York Times covered it, and it clogged up the network. There was a lot of people talking about it, so I guess it's kind of interesting. So why do we want CryptoKitties and why do we care? Is it because A, they're cute, B, because we want to use Ethereum, or C, because we want to make capital gains? And the answer is C. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need three things. We need some information about the CryptoKitties smart contracts. We need a Go Ethereum node. And we need a script that's going to pull down the data that we need from the blockchain. So here we go. Here's Etherscan. This, you can find out all kinds of information about different Ethereum transactions, smart contracts, addresses, etc. So here we're looking at the Etherscan page for one of the CryptoKitties contracts, CryptoKitty Core. And that's the contract address. Here we start the smart contract source code down here. And we're going to need to go into the source code because we need to find out basically how the smart contract events are defined. And so basically events are signals that smart contracts use to smart contract functions emit that basically tell you, oh, look, this happened, and we care about it for some reason. So in CryptoKitties, for example, the auction events, this is in one CryptoKitties smart contract, the auction events are really important because if you're buying, selling, creating an auction, whatever, the developers want to know about it, and everybody wants to know about it. So we want to know about it because we want to get filthy rich. So here is some JavaScript that is basically pulling auction successful events from a smart contract instance. And yeah, I don't want to go too much into it. I just want to show you guys, give you guys an idea. This is a pretty elementary way of doing it, but I can share the script that I used on GitHub or something like that. So we got our contract info, we got our JavaScript, and now we need to run our Go Ethereum node client. There we go. Look, it's pulling in these blocks. Pretty cool. And then we can run our script on top of all this block data that we're collecting. And that's what you need. And with those three ingredients combined, you get data sets like this. Here's a list of just 20 rows of successful auctions on CryptoKitties smart contract. And so I pulled that data set down. By the way, I'm totally unaffiliated with CryptoKitties. I have no authority of why I'm up here right now. Like 2. But yeah, so anyway, the reason that I feel like I'm kind of legitimate is because I pulled down all this data. So this successful auctions data set, as well as all these different data sets, most of them acquired directly from the blockchain, some of them like Google Trends data, exchange rates, acquired from other sources. Oh yeah, so just some disclaimer stuff. Don't invest your money based on what I say. So yeah, with that said, let's think about if it's a good idea to trade on CryptoKitties with the hope of an early retirement. After we pull down the data, naturally we want to know, okay, well, are people making money on CryptoKitties? And the answer is that some people have. Yeah. So, wow, look at all that money, huh? CryptoKitties kind of seems like a toy project at first glance, but once you see all the transactions that are being made with CryptoKitties, I mean, I told you already, it clogged up the Ethereum network. You know, you get a different sense of the importance of an app like this. So, all right, look at that. These people are pretty much rich based on just digital cats. So why shouldn't we be able to have that happen to us? We don't want to work. All right, so, well, it's these big winners. These are the top 10 winners on the CryptoKitties market exchange thing, but there's also some losers. So here are the top 5 winners and the top 5 losers according to the data that I pulled down. So you can see, yeah, this person made 500 Ether, and this person lost 500 Ether. Well, they spent it, yes. And they have a lot of digital cats. I mean, how terrible must that feel? But all right, so still, what does that mean? I mean, you know, we could just as easily be on this side instead of this side, right? Well, it's not that even actually. After analyzing the data, 5% of addresses that have interacted with CryptoKitties have made a net gain versus 95% of addresses have net lost. And they have kitties now. So if you're happy with that, I guess it's not a net loss. It's just, you're just gaining in kitties. All right, so we got that going. As far as the extent of their losses, I mean, most people have just lost between 0 and 1 Ether, which, I mean, that's kind of like between 0 and $1,000. So I understand that's not that descriptive of an interval, but that's the chart that I put together. So, and some people, a good amount of people lost more than an Ether, and some people made a profit. And some people are kind of complaining about this on the internet. They didn't expect that they'd lose money. They thought they could get rich, like us. But maybe we can get rich. Oh, sorry. I'm using the royal we. Is that what? Anyway, yeah, people are complaining. Oh, this guy lost all his money thanks to CryptoKitties. Sure, you deceive people. I lost all my money thanks to CryptoKitties. I spend 15 Ether for this shit and can't return my money. I even can't sell them for 2 Ether, $2,000. No one will buy my cats for $2,000. Maybe you will buy them, CryptoKitties. Anyway, yeah. So with all these people going down, but we saw all the big gains. So my question was there a bubble? Okay, because that's going to inform whether we can still make a lot of money on this. And yeah, there was a bubble, I guess. So this is some Google Trend data, just showing the search popularity of CryptoKitties. You see it spiked hugely in early December. And as far as these top 10 grossing users, when you chart their activity on CryptoKitties, the majority of it occurs between December 1st and December 15th, during that time that everyone was really interested in it. As far as some other bubble-like charts, here are the number of CryptoKitties born per day. It's declining. And also, as far as auctions go, we don't want to invest in CryptoKitties if no one's going to buy our kitties at the end of the day. So yeah, people aren't really participating as much. All right, so that being said, I don't want to get anyone down about an investment strategy with CryptoKitties. There are a lot of possibilities and a lot of ways that people value cats. For example, these are different cat attributes called cat attributes that you can see some are rarer than others. Like there's not too many chronic cats. So yeah, so you can price things based on that. Yeah, so I did do a pretty basic statistical whatever. This is from like a random forest model that I trained on the CryptoKitties price data, and to try to figure out which factors would be significant as far as determining some of this stuff. And yeah, there are some things that some factors are better than others as far as predicting what price a kitty is going to sell for, if a kitty will sell at all. Stuff like the cool down index, which is how long you have to wait before your kitty can breed again. Rareness, what the search volume is at the time that you're putting your cat on auction, stuff like that. You can model just based on simple observations too. Like for example, what's going to sell better, a generation 1 cat or a generation 10 cat? Generation 1 cats initially can have children quicker. And a lot of people think that's really important. That's what farming the cats is about. So yeah, so that's why, so you can, I don't know. All right. Yeah, so likewise, 2 different kitty patterns. You got your Lucky Stripe and your Calicool. And yeah, you can see the Lucky Stripe on average sells for more than his Calicool friend. So yeah, using data like this, you can predict kind of what the price of your cat's going to sell for, whether it's going to sell. And so you can build a whole model and basically write a script that's going to interact with the market for you, buying cats that are undervalued and selling them when it's a good time to do so. But I didn't really bother because, I don't know, just the market outlook, it looked like interest in the site was declining. That's not to say that other CryptoKitties related projects or projects that are the developers plan on improving a lot on their CryptoKitties projects. So who knows what will happen with that. But we can take the knowledge that we learned from analyzing CryptoKitties blockchain and bring it on to other projects like it. A lot of different stuff. So there's always money in the banana stand, as they say in Arrested Development. I'm not going to tell you that you can't use CryptoKitties to make money and go to early retirement and generational wealth, but I'm not going to recommend it at this point. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead, Jay.
I was going to ask you, when you analyzed the striped one with the polka dotted one, was that the same generation? No.
CryptoKitties nerd, front row here. Just kidding. He called me a data nerd last week. That's averaged over all generations of the cats with each pattern, so we can compare it on that level.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Lewis?
Much about the ER 721 standard?
I don't know too much about it.
Can I tell you about it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Sure, why don't you tell all of us?
It's really
No,
cool.
please.
So ERC20 is every coin equals the same amount, but ERC21 allows you to blend properties together to give each coin a different value. So CryptoKitties uses the fur property and the color property to give each cat different values, and when they breed, it mixes them up and creates like new properties. So it's a fungible versus non-fungible coin standard. That's how the value becomes a
I sometimes tell people that it's like a serial number on a stock certificate is what it's like. That's kind of part of the idea as well.
Is that like optional functionality that's kind of built on top of ERC?
Yeah, it's just a difference. Like it allows you to make coins different prices. So if you think of a regular ERC20 token, all of the coins are worth the same amount. But CryptoKitties are tokens, but each one has a different value.
Has unique properties that might result in different values.
So when you breed the CryptoKitties, is the outcome deterministic? Like, can you predict it, or is there a random element?
I think it's random.
So how do you? What stops you from faking the random in your favor? Like, oh, won the lottery.
The smart contract, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, other people are running the contract, not you.
It's on the.
Everybody on the network is running the
Well,
contract.
it's not deterministic. Isn't everyone getting a different result?
Hence, oh, no, it's deterministic, but the contract code is obscured from us. So we can't tell you exactly how the gene science works, but it's in stone on the blockchain.
There's people trying to solve that right now.
It's just cool because you can make coins worth different things just based on properties.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was so great about this. Like, it sounds stupid because it was kitties, but like this new standard is like a big deal.
Yeah, this is actually a game changer. This whole thing. This is like a huge.
Assets is something that's never been possible before.
Right. This is 721 enables you to create that rarest of thing, which is digital scarcity,
Right.
which is an oxymoron if you think about it.
Right.
We finally gotten there. So this may seem on the surface really stupid, but the implications behind this are profound.
Right.
And this is a game changer. You can now really create. You can't copy paste anymore with this.
Right.
You have the ability to create unique singularity in the digital realm. So if you think about your identity versus his identity, that's what it's all about. So this is sort of an experiment. I think it kind of went out of control, and they had no idea. They had no idea what they were building. But as I'm saying, the implications are profound and far-reaching. This could very well be like a moment in history where you look back and you go, "Wow."
Yeah.
This is before and after. This is it.
So it's like Bitcoin introduced digital scarcity of a fungible asset. So there's 21 million Bitcoin, but any Bitcoin is exactly the same as any other Bitcoin. So that in of itself was a brand new innovation.
Right.
And so ERC 721 is like the first instantiation of a non-fungible asset. So each one is unique and can only be controlled or owned by one entity at a time. So it's pretty.
The Genesis cat could be the next Thomas Wagner baseball card.
But the thing is, this is what makes them so valuable to some people, is because your CryptoKitty is the only one in existence.
Yep.
And if you are into, I mean, people collect baseball cards, and other people think that's idiotic, right? You can't, that's the emotional component of all of this, right, of all of living. But the fact that there's scarcity, and scarcity is always synonymous with value, right? We've now achieved that.
What's the functionality though? What is it for? Even if it's scarce, what's the functionality of that single kitty that's special?
It just makes you feel special because you're the only one that has it.
Thomas Wagner baseball card that sells for, or the Mona Lisa.
But also, you can breed this unique object with another unique object and perhaps give birth to a brand new, much more unique object. So it does have some functionality.
And you could imagine applying the standard too to more practical use cases, right? So something that's in the news a lot right now is like the idea of using blockchain in supply chain or something like that. So you could attach unique identifiers to specific things that can only be handed off by whoever controls. So it's not. So this is the idea of a collectible, and that like combinatorial aspect is interesting. And you know, why is anything collectible? I don't know. You know, that's like you said, the psychology. But there are practical use cases for it too.
So I have a question. So ERC-21 was implemented pioneer for this project, right? But individual, like there have been other projects that have created unique assets of the blockchain, like rare paper and all that. So how I've never looked into that enough. Like, what is the difference? Like,
If anybody's interested in this whole topic, go look at Rare Pepe.
Right.
They actually did this like 2 years ago, but there's no breeding between the two. So I don't think that like a Rare Pepe has each one has like its own properties. It's just a unique digital asset. So that's the difference between the two. Like a Rare Pepe doesn't have like skin color and shape and all of that. But these ones do. So you can't breed Rare Pepe. But it pays you to create needs. That's a really cool thing.
If the tokens are unique, do they each have their own smart contract, or is it one smart contract that dictates the behavior for all the unique CryptoKitties below it?
The latter.
I think it's the latter, yeah.
So it's the same as like if I have a regular ERC-20, that's the one contract for that specific token. But now instead of it all being homogeneous, you can somehow define unique attributes to these
Correct.
instantiations.
Yeah, and Arpit, to your point, I mean, Ethereum has a trained complete programming language, so it's definitely been possible to do this on Ethereum or theoretically even on other blockchains before this. I think the thing that ERC is 721 so brings is like a standard at the same level of ERC 20 to make that kind of possible and interoperable across the Ethereum.
is it still a proposal, or is it actually?
Good question.
No, it's not been finalized. Like the ERC-20 standard has been finalized, but not this one.
Does that mean there's 721? Is there more? Or is they just named it 721?
I think it actually came from the GitHub issue.
Oh, right.
Just picked
Yeah,
the
right.
GitHub.
And I think the thing that is the unique identifier is a hash of some data. So it's a 32-bit hash, I believe. And that's what, and then certain bits represent certain attributes or something.
I think it's 256 bits, so you can have a ton of
If they had programming languages, you could probably do just Ethereum has a good programming language called Solidity. So. Yeah.
And actually,
Not a good, I take that back. It's a program.
and I had a question actually about your analysis. Actually, I had two questions. The first was, to get all that data, did you have to like download the full 500 gigabyte history of the Ethereum blockchain, or was there another way that you could get at that, all that stuff that you pulled?
The way I did it was from syncing the chain from the start, and basically whatever block I was synced up to, that was the block to which I can get event data. But I know that there's other ideas on how to get data from the blockchain, and I know Jay's working on one with quick blocks, and then so you can ask him more about that, but I told you how I did it. What's your second question?
So the second question was, you mentioned at some point something, I heard the word forest. I didn't know what it was. Is that like a machine learning model, or what was?
Oh yeah, kind of. It's like decision trees, but more randomized. It's like when you have a bunch of factors that you think might be significant, but you don't feel like doing the work on as far as figuring out which ones. I mean, you can go into it to an extent, but yeah, then using something like a random forest algorithm, which is kind of like a black box in some ways, you can just arrive at more accurate predictions. So, you know, on Kaggle, for example, or other data prediction competitions, you know, you'll see people using algorithms like random forest or whatever in order to figure out the best predictions for stuff. Sure.
How long have you been playing sax?
Like 5th grade for a couple of years, and I stopped, and then I picked it back up again like a year ago. Thanks, guys. Whoa, thanks. Thanks for having me.
All right, so if it works for everybody, I think maybe we'll just kind of wrap up these maybe 10, 15 minutes. Let's help the folks else go clean up a little bit, and then we can continue. Whoever's interested, we can continue the discussion over beers or non-alcoholic beverages of extra preferences at Tier and Out, which is nearby. Don't ask me how to get there. What you lost, even though it's like. So just go up 16 blocks. Okay, follow him.
We have a meetup next Wednesday. We run that Ethereum meetup. Meetup group. Everybody's welcome to that as well. Thanks, everybody. We're happy to be here.
Sure. Pretty well. How about you?
I went to Brooklyn. I visited Ryan there in the hangar, in the Navy Yard.